The 2024 Lifetime Achievement Award, Paul Sween.
He's a humble, down-to-earth kind of guy. Something we do hear him say a lot is, "I'm just a kid who was born in Grand Meadow."
That I'm a small town kid from Grand Meadow. We played sports. My senior year in baseball.
Something people might not know about Paul is that he was an excellent high school baseball pitcher.
There was nothing like sitting on that pitching mound. I struck out 21 players in 7 innings. Somebody can tie it, but they're going to have a hard time beating it. Had parents that were very devoted. It wasn't whether you were going to college, it was where you were going to college. Didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want to teach, so law seemed like a good thing to try. Graduated from St. Olaf College, went off to law school directly at the University of Minnesota. And I didn't know what a lawyer was. I'm not sure I knew what a lawyer was when I came out of law school. I started with this firm July 31st, 1972. I had mentioned that I was never paid for July 31, 1972. So it's $143.50. And that check will never be cashed.
Let me start with congratulating Paul on this terrific acknowledgement of his contribution to our community. And Sue, it doesn't happen without a partner.
I know that when we first came to Austin in '72, my darling wife wasn't excited about Austin to start with, and maybe that's putting it mildly. My wife gave up everything to come to Austin, Minnesota with me. She was an insurance underwriter with State Farm. She was the assistant personnel director.
Both he and Sue have come to really love this area, and we're sure thankful for everything they've done.
In the 80s, the ag community were really suffering, really having a difficult time.
I've heard so many stories of really generations of families and farmers that Paul has gone the extra mile to help.
And I worked with probably 400 to 600 farmers, keeping them on the land. And a lot of those farmers are still there, or their children are still there. I still really enjoy what I'm doing. At least some of my clients feel I'm pretty good at it because they keep coming back.
His encyclopedic mind of remembering people's details and kind of the between the lines, facts and figures and all those kinds of things. That will always stick out to me, that I'm working to get there, but I have a ways to go to measure up to Paul Sween's shoes.
We're kind of approaching the Southwest from the back end of Fordtown. I worked with a group developing land in Southwest Austin. If you drive through the Southwest area of Austin, you'll see that there's a tremendous amount of really quality homes. This was pretty much our first area that we did. This was the first house we built, this split. We developed somewhere in the area of 340 lots, starting with Knob Hill and then into Orchard Creek. But I had good partners. They might say I was a main cog, but I wouldn't have done it without them. I did design all of these subdivisions. Here on the corner was my parents' house. And they lived here for quite a few years until my father passed away. And we finished up in the Southwest and decided, well, let's look at the Northeast Austin to develop Nature Ridge. And today we're just finishing up phase 3. And we're looking at going ahead next spring with phase 4 and phase 5.
I don't know anybody that's worked harder than Paul Sween.
But when I can drive through Southwest Austin and look at that, what we accomplished, go to the northeast end of Austin and see what we've done, it gives you a real sense of satisfaction. I was fortunate to be asked by the University of Minnesota to acquire significant land for the farm program. We ended up acquiring 1,350 acres. That's going to be the basis of the farm program. I have this saying that the impossible only takes a little longer. This community has an unbelievable future. We have really good attorneys here. Dean Adams, Adam Houck is a good young attorney. And now we have Emily Tolan. And Emily is going to be probably the best of the bunch. Steve Rizzi is still working with the firm. The important thing is to care about people.
He's all about giving back.
Do an excellent job. And we've had some interesting times together, Emily.
Yeah. When I think of Paul Sween, I think of people. Paul believes in people.
He truly has a big heart. Of course, he has incredible legal skills and an unmatched work ethic, but I think Paul's heart is what sets him apart.
I'm very proud to have been a part of it. Try to leave Austin a little better than you found it.